Hello, we are Group 9, and we will be presenting the Tesla Motors case of 2015. We hope you enjoy the presentation.
To kick things off, we are going to be going over a brief timeline of Tesla's history. In 2002, entrepreneur Martin Eberhard sought out for his next business venture, and he wanted to pursue the electronic vehicle marketplace. He had very little to no experience in this place, and as a result of that, AC Propulsion CEO Tom Gage suggested that Musk collaborate with Eberhard, and after a 2-hour meeting, Elon Musk was named Tesla's chairman and invested $6.3 million in 2004 into his plan. The two had a fallout in October of 2007 due to disagreements about the car design and operation of the company, and Michael Marks was Eberhard's replacement. Marks disregarded any side project Tesla currently had and focused solely on streamlining the launch of the Roadster. Despite missing a deadline triggering a penalty, in July of 2008, the founder series of the Roadster was launched, which was the first 7 Roadsters ever created. Moving on to 2012, in May, Tesla had received over 10,000 reservations for the new Model S. In Q1 of 2013, Tesla reported an $11.2 million profit, along with the Model S earning Consumer Reports' highest rating and outsold most of its rivals in the class. In 2014-2015, Tesla Motors began to develop the Model X SUV, which highlights Elon Musk's vision for the company to capture as much of the market share of the automobile industry as possible. Moving on to Tesla's case problem, high costs are Tesla's biggest problem and the root cause of all other problems that the company faces. High manufacturing costs not only shrink profit margins, but make it extremely difficult for Tesla to keep up with high demand. The Tesla batteries are easily the most expensive single component of the vehicle. The batteries cost $500 per kilowatt hour. The Model S has around 60 kilowatt hours of capacity, which means that 42.25% of the sticker price is due to solely the battery pack. In addition, since 2008, the cost of the battery has risen more than 50% and the storage capacity has increased more than 60%. Another issue is many consumers have a difficult time estimating the cost of ownership of an electric car, concerned with issues such as how much would it cost to charge a vehicle at home or away from home, how much would maintenance and repair cost for a high-performance electric vehicle, and would an electric car have good resale value. Next, I'll be examining the background of this case by conducting a SWOT analysis, starting with strength. Tesla has phenomenal brand recognition, and the average Joe can easily spot out the brand. Continual growth in sales is another strength. In 2012, the Tesla annual vehicle deliveries was reported at 2,909, and in 2015, that number rose to 50,658. The growing supercharger network is another strength, as this allows Teslas to be fast charged in under an hour and are strategically located in places such as malls and restaurants for easy access. Technological and engineering expertise also remains unmatched. For example, the Model 3 has the best battery pack design of any electronic vehicle on the market, due to the fact that the placement of the battery cells in relation to the current collectors is extremely optimal. The company is extremely highly innovative and has gained first mover advantage by acquiring patents for an efficient battery that can be produced at lower costs relative to competitors. Next, I'll be highlighting some of the company's weaknesses. First and foremost, high manufacturing and operational costs. For example, the Tesla Model 3 costs $38,000 to produce, but only sells for $35,000. As I stated previously, 42.25% of the sticker price is due solely to just the battery pack. The next weakness is dependence on single source suppliers. This is a big weakness because it makes it hard for Tesla to ensure that they are keeping the company competitive, and in periods where supply is really tight, they will be at a disadvantage in being able to ask other suppliers to accept orders. Long wait time for customers due to production delays has always been a problem for Tesla. Every month, the company seems to set new sales records, and there is a bottleneck creating a waitlist for back-ordered vehicles, which is growing at a steady pace. Tesla simply does not have the manufacturing capacity to meet the current demand all at once. Moving on to opportunities, the continual growth in demand for sustainable products is not going anywhere. The sustainable product market is projected to hit $150 billion by the year of 2021. Tesla's network in Asia is also constantly improving. In 2015, Tesla opened 8 maintenance centers across Japan within the year, which increases not only customer satisfaction, but also convenience. Fully autonomous driving technology is another huge opportunity that Tesla has, as if they are able to perfect this technology before competitors, they're going to be able to capture a large market share of the automobile industry. Lastly, I'll be going over threats, starting with regulatory and legal issues. In state after state, Tesla has faced many legislative and litigation resistance to its business plan to sell its products without using a network of third-party dealers, like the majority of other auto manufacturers do. Tesla's also gotten a lot of flack from its fully autonomous driving concept due to the fact that they are largely self-regulated, guided by industry standards, but with no clear enforceable rules. Safety concerns is another big threat that poses Tesla. In the past, Tesla has faced a lot of scrutiny from federal regulators over multiple reports of suspension failures on its most popular models, such as the Model S. Furthermore, there was an incident of a Tesla autopilot crash in a 2015 Model S.
Now I will go over case objectives. We've determined a set of objectives for this case that are both reasonable and rigid to decide if Tesla will prove to be successful. These objectives are lower the price point of electric vehicles or develop a strategy to do so, maintain or increase stockholders' value, and keep a positive credit rating, increase production to keep up with rising demand, and expand innovation to continue being a leader.
So we decided to do a Porter 5 model analysis for Tesla. Starting with threat of new entrants, we said that was moderate to low. There are many high upfront entry costs, and a lot of companies like Frisker, Coda, Azure Dynamics have all tried but have been unsuccessful due to insufficient funds. As for threat of substitute, we believe that is high. A lot of competitors are emerging in a fairly new market, and as Tesla continues to expand globally, it will inevitably create more competitors with similar products and services. For bargaining power of suppliers, we put that was high as well. There are a limited number of suppliers, and these premium products that Tesla requires are expensive as well. As far as bargaining power of buyers, we believe that is low. Tesla leads the market in innovation, and through their differentiation strategy, customers are willing to pay a premium price. And then for competitive rivalry, we also put that was high. As I said, there are many new competitors like Mercedes and BMW who have began manufacturing similar cars to Tesla, and it is an aggressive and competitive market with low switching costs. So for corporate level strategy, Tesla's mission and goal is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla believes the faster the world stops relying on fossil fuels and moves towards a zero emission future, the better. Tesla builds not only all electric vehicles, but also infinitely scalable energy generation and storage products. Their corporate vision statement is to create the most compelling car company of the 21st century by driving the world's transition to electric vehicles. Tesla's goal is to be at the forefront and push the industry towards advanced technology for sustainable business and products that rely on renewable energy. Tesla aims at revolutionizing both the car and renewable energy industries. So this next slide talks about Tesla's business level strategy, and they use differentiation. Tesla relies on their exciting innovation to maintain a competitive advantage and to attract early adopters in the global automotive market. Tesla integrates advanced renewable technology into their vehicles, also attracting customers who are eco-friendly. And as was discussed in the case, before Tesla came along, there really wasn't a market for a sports car that was environmentally friendly. Electric vehicles that existed could not travel very far on a single charge, and they were certainly not very high performing. Due to their high level of innovation and ability to capture the market, Tesla is able to sell their cars at a premium cost. And Tesla's ability to create a vehicle that could travel long distances on electric fuel and drive like a sports car allowed them to be the leaders of a new market. So this next slide is on Tesla's global and innovation strategy. Their strategy is centered around the batteries that are used to power their vehicles. As clean energy and batteries continue to popularize, the cost to make these batteries is very important in order for Tesla to continue to progress towards renewable energy. Through the experience curve, as Tesla continues to make the batteries, the production cost will drop. Tesla has also installed large battery fields called gigafactories in both California and Australia. Elon Musk believes these factories will make the batteries extremely fast and single-handedly double the global supply. Musk also aims at building 2 gigafactories in China and Europe as his plan to expand. Along with building new gigafactories, Tesla has also integrated a cheaper vehicle model in hope to tap into the working middle class and increase their market share. Another aspect that Tesla is focusing on is their charging stations. In order for people to be able to drive long distances, charging stations have to be systematically arranged around the globe. As more vehicles are adopted, charging stations will continue to increase. With Tesla being a global brand in renewable energy market, they will continue to have a great number of competitors, so it is important for them to maintain their high status as innovators and a premium brand.
As for Tesla's functional level strategy, Tesla primarily looks to excel in innovation and efficiency. Tesla's value chain is composed of over 350 suppliers. However, several of its suppliers play a key role in providing many parts for its vehicles. Its manufacturing is done in a very efficient and innovative manner with large automated robots which can be programmed to carry out up to 4 tasks in the assembly line when producing cars. The robots can even be reprogrammed to create different models of car. It takes 8 of these robots to assemble a single car at a rate of 83 cars a day. Tesla's marketing is also done in a very unique way. Tesla spends no money on advertising and relies primarily on media-driven buzz and word of mouth, which also doesn't hurt when you have Elon Musk running the show. As for its distribution, Tesla cars are not sold in franchise dealerships, rather in boutique-style stores and high-end malls in order to create an environment in which the Tesla salespeople can offer an educational experience for the customer. By handling the selling of its cars through these stores and online, Tesla has created a system that better controls the management of inventory services, pricing, cost of inventory, and streamlining of customer feedback. Tesla spent $717.9 million in 2015 to fund research and development. This is obviously very important for a company that prides itself so much on innovation. The most recent increases in R&D funding have gone towards the development of the Model X, improvements for the Model S, as well as employee compensation, autopilot, and dual powertrain engineering. Engineers and technicians also work under the same roof in the company service centers, which contributes to the efficiency. Lastly, Tesla recently surveyed its employees using the Tesla 360 HR survey. Through their results, they found employee engagement and top-down leadership result in higher success rates.
Next, I will go over structures and control systems. Tesla uses a functional organizational structure where workers in each department would report to the managers, directors, and vice presidents of that particular department. The heads of the department would report to the CEO and the CFO. This system offers strict managerial control over its department's operations, and the system is called a function-based hierarchy. Next, Tesla uses centralization in its corporate structure. This emphasizes management control over the entire organization's decision-making process. The heads of the business and each department would be direct contributors to operational decision-making. This control system does not support full autonomy with its workers. All decisions are made from the top down, which could limit production. The last function of their business is divisions. These divisions are classified by their particular skill set, which optimizes specialization within the company. This attempts to improve productivity. Additionally, they are separated by regional divisions, but these are primarily for financial reporting. In 2015, Tesla's leadership was in question when the company's CFO, Deepak Ahuja, retired and was replaced by Jason Wheeler. This change in leadership is not ideal for a company like Tesla, who cannot afford a financial weakness. Nonetheless, Tesla's structure and control systems do align themselves with the company's corporate, business level, or global innovative strategies. Tesla's corporate strategy is to be a pioneer in an emerging market. This is only accomplished through leadership from the top down and extreme focus on consistent performance. Tesla's business level strategy is differentiation, which one could say the functional organization structure is not very different from other corporations. But the separate divisions within the structure offer more specialization and focus on their skill set so they can truly be different than any other car manufacturer. Lastly, the global or innovative strategy is ingrained in their company culture.
In terms of social responsibility and ethics, Tesla presents us with a very unique conundrum in that we know that Tesla wants to be a leader in sustainable energy and has made strides in creating new technologies, even working with the US government to push sustainable energy initiatives. Additionally, in 2014, Tesla even released all of its patents, which is almost unheard of, in order to allow other inventors and companies to create more sustainable and eco-friendly energy. However, the one problem is that we are yet to see any quantifiable results pertaining to its effects on the environment. At this point, Tesla has yet to release an impact report, and until then, we don't truly know just how sustainable its vehicles are. So we'd have to strongly push for Tesla to present us with those results.
Next, I will be talking about Tesla's financial position. Typically, when evaluating a company, you dive into its financials and determine ratios so you can compare your financial position with competitors in the industry. Given that Tesla is pioneering a sub-market in the auto industry, electric cars, this needs to be taken into account prior to the analysis. Tesla's current ratio is 0.99. This is a scenario metric where if they were to sell all assets, including inventory, could they survive? This metric does not take into account for additional financing one could receive after this disaster should take place. Tesla's quick ratio is 0.49. This is a worst case scenario metric, and right now, if a disaster were to strike, Tesla would be bankrupt. Tesla's interest coverage ratio is negative 16.31. A negative interest coverage ratio essentially means that they are financing their debt obligations. This is a very risky problem to have if problems were to arise. Tesla's net profit margin is 22%, which is very low even for the automotive industry. Tesla, among its peers, ranks at the bottom of almost every category. This is because pioneering a market is no small feat. It takes a lot of time, money, strategy, and investments. Next slide. Financial analysis. Tesla's net loss from 2014 to 2015 is $889 million, almost triple what it was this time last year. However, the future is promising with revenue growth of 27% in that same period. The most important thing to note is in Tesla's financial analysis is that cash is king. Cash only comes from three pipelines: operations, investments, and financing. Tesla is at the stage right now where they are financing their positions in investments and operations. These investments will in turn produce more electric vehicles, which will fuel their operations. And then they will use the cash generation to pay off their finances. Unfortunately, if something were to go wrong, such as they received a poor credit rating, or if there were advances in aluminum, air batteries versus lithium-ion batteries, which are the batteries they use, this could potentially render their massive investment in a gigafactory relatively useless. Next slide. Now I will give my financial recommendations. First, prove to be profitable. One of Tesla's goals is to show non-GAAP profitability in 2016. If they can accomplish this goal, then they will prove to its investors that they can be profitable in the future. Second, give public notice that Tesla will give dividends once they are profitable. This will help in two different ways. One, it will help get those who are invested in dividend-yielding stocks something to consider. Secondly, it will influence those who bought stocks to commit long-term. Third, I would suggest partnering with another eco-friendly company that you can create an integrated vision with. Tesla is viewed much like Apple Incorporated after they invented the iPhone. Once people get an idea of what the future will hold, this idea will never die. If Tesla can accomplish this, they cannot fail.
So based off our financial analysis, our first recommendation for Tesla is to lower manufacturing costs. By lowering manufacturing costs, Tesla could reach a larger target market and increase sales. Another problem that Tesla faces is keeping up with demand. By embracing innovative design and technology, Tesla can increase production. However, it must be careful in not investing too much money in technology, as this can drive up the price of the vehicles. Next slide. Tesla could lower manufacturing costs by implementing a global strategy, by moving factories to countries where labor or material costs are lower. Even though this would decrease manufacturing costs, Tesla could still face trade barriers if the foreign government chooses to implement government regulations or tariffs. Tesla should also continue to use its advanced assembly line to lower production costs, especially continue using its robots to produce more efficiency, lower labor costs in the long run, and also speed up production. However, Tesla again must be careful in not investing too much of its money into technology, as this is a contributing factor to manufacturing costs. Tesla should also continue to embrace online shopping, as more people are turning to the internet to analyze and buy a car. Also, by choosing to sell cars at a limited number of premium retail stores, Tesla is lowering transportation costs, as it's not selling cars in various car dealerships throughout the country like its competitors. Another way that Tesla could lower its costs is to follow an economies of scale strategy. If Tesla chooses to set up a factory where it produces a mass amount of cars with technology, Tesla's production costs will eventually spread and lower. Tesla also must continue using the experience curve. As electric vehicles become more popularized, costs associated with materials like batteries will lower as the demand will increase production. Having lower battery costs will allow the vehicles to be priced much lower and will help Tesla become more profitable. Next slide. At this point in time, Tesla is an innovative company that has tremendous potential to grow and become a market leader. It is an emerging company competing in the global marketplace against traditional car manufacturers like Honda and Toyota. However, unlike their competitors, Tesla only offers electric cars that offers premium quality and a clean energy way of transportation. A major decision breaker for potential acquisition of Tesla is its profit. By looking at the financial ratios, analysts will notice that Tesla has been losing money. Tesla must lower manufacturing costs to become more profitable. Overall, despite the net profit loss of $889 million in 2015, Tesla is doing a great job of slowly expanding its target market as more people are becoming more aware of the benefits associated with owning a Tesla. However, due to risk in financial analysis, this is a weak buy for investors as Tesla is losing money. If banks and lenders continue to invest, Tesla will have enough assets to operate and the opportunity to thrive. Tesla must make it clear to its global audience that it separates itself from its competitors through its efficiency, value, and its clean energy way of transportation. Thank you for listening.